The year was 1958. Jawaharlal Nehru was the Prime Minister of the nation and Hindustan Motors was in trouble. HM had not produced a true hit since the Morris-based Hindustan 14 almost 6 years ago. And with competition faced from Standard Motors and their new model, the Herald, Hindustan Motors needed something radical. Hindustan Motors needed something to revolutionize the industry.
मेरे सपनों की रानी कब आएगी तू आए रुत मस्तानी कब आएगी
This today is a bit of an enigma. It's a British design with a Japanese Isuzu engine, a sofa for a back seat, and a user base made up primarily of politicians. Now, I should explain at this point, we had arranged for an ambassador. However, in true ambassador fashion, it has broken down on the way here. Fortunately, we've managed to acquire another one, which should be here soon. Hopefully.
Ah, the leg room. It simply boggles the mind to think of all the pampered ministers that have reclined in the back seat of the ambassador.
But still, it has acceptable mileage, clean CNG and LPG variants, and it's rather cheap for its size. All this comes together to make it rather popular with taxi drivers. Well, by rather popular, I mean king of Indian taxis. So let's see what this fellow here, a long-standing taxi driver, has to say about the car.
Yes, एम्बेसडर गाड़ी के बारे में हम आपको बताना चाहते हैं कि जब हमने 1974 में ये गाड़ी ली कलकत्ता मोटर से, बिरला मोटर से, तो ये गाड़ी केवल 15,000 रुपये में आती थी। उस टाइम गाड़ी का सब कुछ बहुत अच्छी किस्म से था जब ये गाड़ी पेट्रोल में आती थी। उसके बाद इन लोगों ने गाड़ी की कीमत अप कर दी और सारे काम वो ख़राब कर दिया और धीरे धीरे मार्केट में गाड़ी की बहुत कंडीशन डाउन होती रहेगी और अनेक किस्म के ब्रांड आ गए, मारुति वालों के आगे उनकी गाड़ी चल गई, लेकिन एम्बेसडर गाड़ी में कीमत इंक्रीज होने की वजह से ये गाड़ी फेल हो गई।
But the ambassador isn't just a car for taxiwalas and politicians. The Ambi has a bit of a niche following, and those who love to tinker with their cars modify them. The most famous of all of these modifications is the Ambi Limo. As the name suggests, this modification by Parekh coach builders is basically an ambassador cut in half, stretched out by 1.5 meters, and then welded up again. Even renowned designer Dilip Chhabria is in on the fad, with his sleek, modern, and unimaginably cool Ambi rod. And so the wheezy Ambi lives on, serving everyone. Politicians, enthusiasts, a man who needs a quick ride somewhere. But having spoken so much of the ambassador's popularity, the question remains, why? The President and Prime Minister have moved on to the BMW 7 and Mercedes S respectively. Their security staff have decided that Marutis are better. And even taxis are phasing out the wheezing old machine. While existing ambassadors do proudly live on, I really can't understand why. Which is what makes this car brilliant. It has survived despite its flaws. The Maruti 800 may have been the true start of a revolution for Indian motoring, but the ambassador was the start of the whole movement. Which is why I'm sad to see it go. But we must. The fact remains, the ambassador is a car by an era, for an era, that doesn't really exist anymore.